Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's another article that I got here. I don't know if you guys ever heard my video, but I did a video on the about the North American Union, where Canada, U.S., and Mexico are going to emerge into one super country, and where we're going to share the same currency as Europe. It's like the United... Because first, okay, let me explain this. In the beginning, the Illuminati, the Bilderbergs, all these people, their main goal is to bring in a one world government. So first, they needed to create a United States of Europe. First, they wanted to unite the European countries, and that's what they did. They created a United States of Europe, a unified Europe. Then the next step was an African Union. They did it. They created an African Union, and then the next step was an Asian Union, which they have succeeded in that. And now what is presently underway is a North American Union. They're uniting everything into one. They're making everything into one. Because nothing will be divided. They are openly proclaiming, they are calling for the end of nation states. Like even President Obama, he said nations, what's it called? No matter how strong a nation is or how weak a nation is, they cannot solve their problems on their own. We must all come together. We must tie global citizenship together. No matter how weak and no matter how strong we are. He said leadership in Washington will not remove this burden off of us. For our nation and for all nations. So that's why they're uniting everything. Now, a document just came out talking about the North American Union, and they're working on it very quietly. Well, they're putting these new TV shows on television, like hockey games, football games, baseball games. They're getting ready to destroy our sovereignty, our national sovereignty. They're calling for the end of Mexico, the end of Canada, and the end of the U.S. Okay, of our sovereignty. They're bringing us into their global system, and this is what they are doing right now as we speak. Okay, guys, you guys can go listen to my video. Just go on my YouTube name, CH McDonald, and type in the North American Union, and you'll get all the information there. They say people that are opposed to the North American Union, or the NWO, which is the New World Order, are terrorists. And if you guys just watch my latest video, I showed you guys the video. If you guys go down my description, this was back in 2007. Henry Kissinger, the Secretary of State, he should be arrested and thrown in prison for treason. He has killed so many people, it's not even funny. That's why he does everything secretly now, because something that happened years ago, where he saw a dictator that was before a court, he got arrested for the crimes that he committed while he was in power. So Kissinger saw that, and now he's scared. Okay, that's why Henry Kissinger and David Rockefeller, they do all their meetings in secret. The Bilderbergs, that's why they're meeting in secret, because these people are committing crimes against humanity, because they know people won't like what they're doing. Trying to tell me they're discussing policy in secret. If you have to discuss policy in secret, there's something wrong with you. They're doing more than that. They're ushering in a one world government. That's what they're doing. They're bringing in a one world currency with a one world government and a one world religion. Okay? This is what they're doing. But I want to read this stuff here to you guys so that you guys can hear this, and may you warn your friends and family. Some people say, oh, this will never happen. Well, just remember that you have been warned, okay? It's not my job to make anybody believe. My job is to deliver the facts and tell you guys the truth. It's coming from their own mouths. Even the Prime Minister of Mexico is calling for a North American Union. These people do not care about freedom. They don't care about any of that stuff. All that these people care about is power and control. These people have thrown out the love that they have for their nation, and they have adopted to a new world order. These people think that they are global citizens, and they're not. Okay? They think they're going to have it all. They're going to have the whole world in their hands. We're going to have absolute control over everybody. But anyways, I just want to read this to you guys so you guys can get this and understand that this is not a joke. This is for real. Like years ago, world government was secret. It was really quiet. And you have people that were talking about a world government and say, oh, that person's wacko. That guy's a conspiracy theorist. He's crazy. He's this. He's this. But now people are starting to wake up, because these people, they have advanced so much in their global system that they're saying, yes, we have a world government, and they're going on and on. We need it to save the world. This is the only solution that we have. If we have a single government and a single leader, we don't have to worry about different opinions, we get into arguments and fights. We won't have to worry about that. If we're just one, we don't fight against anybody, because we're only one. And that's exactly what they're saying. And even Henry Kissinger in the Los Angeles Times, in the newspaper, he said the NAFTA thing has nothing to do with free trade. It's the architect towards a new world order. It's an amazing creation towards a new world order. It's coming from their own statements. Like I said, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, study the documents, and you will see. And the amazing thing of all this is, it's Bible prophecy. You want to have proof that God exists? God will prove to you his existence when you see this one world government coming up and running. There will be a one world government. Mark my words, there will be one. How can I say that for certainty? Because my God does not lie, and so much Bible prophecy has already come to pass. Everything will be accurately fulfilled, exactly word for word, exactly as it states in the word of the living God, which is the Bible. You want to know if God is who he claims to be? Study what he says. If what he says does not come true, then you can mark him as a liar. But if what he said over 2,000 years ago comes to pass exactly word for word to exact detail as he said, then he is who he says he is. As he said, for I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. And that's exactly what he did. The Bible has a record of accuracy. Nothing has ever failed that God said would happen, because he's a living and true God. And he wants people to know that he is the only true God, and the Bible is indeed for what it claims to be, his holy word, because there's not one mistake in it. Prophecy, archaeology, science, medical knowledge, you name it. So I want to read this to you guys. It's just amazing of where we are today. This is just shows us that we are very close to the rapture of the church from taking place, because we are there, man. We are right there at the doors, man. It's about to happen. So I just want to read this to you guys right here. Okay, listen to this. Okay, right here. Committee Chairman Stan Patrick Leah something. Okay, speaks as ranking member St. Charles. Okay, I'll go to this part here. Right here. Yeah, right here. July 31st, so this happened this year. July 31st, 2013, on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., AFP photo, Alex, W-O-R-N-G, here. But while Europe, Africa, and Asia were currently identified by their countries of North America were all compassed as a new mega nation, because they united them all. Africa and Asia are united. And it goes on. Now, the NASA, now the NSA has published and declassified a chart which I'd like to make available to all members. It has the 54 total terror events, Trent said, and it shows the events described 13 in the homeland, 25 in Europe, 5 in Africa, and 11 in Asia. So it might be easy to brush off the map as nothing more than a mistake made by a writer at the Herald suggested that it might indicate a portion NSA attempt at telling their wanted attacks in North America to make an anti-terrorist effort in the U.S. look more successful. Normally this would be written off as a design goof, as one of the NSA newly adopts guys using a little more light blue than he ought. Writers, the ancient Philip Bum, that's being the NSA were not linked to offer that benefit of the doubt. Is this a way of bleeding in Canada? Okay, listen. Bleeding in Canada and Mexico terror activity. This price, which will remind you, is different from actual plots attempt to give a larger sense of the NSA success at hitting terrorism without our borders, because they're erasing them. whatever reason for the NSA created of the homeland, the spy agency has already been condemned for failing to respect the sovereignty of other nations through its executive data collection efforts. Some people have taken to Twitter to welcome Canada and Mexico. Imagine that. Listen to this. Some people have taken to Twitter to secondly welcome Canada and Mexico to the United States. Earth's newest continent. Welcome to the homeland. Mexico and Canada, wrote Twitter users Cat Caps. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is not good at all. Okay, Mexico, right here. Earth's newest continent. Welcome to the homeland. I don't know what they mean by homeland. Maybe they're talking about homeland security. I don't know. But just welcome to the homeland, Mexico and Canada. And then someone writes right here, Canada is now called homeland. Which is not good at all. We did it. Canada is now part of America. Homeland. Tweet, and this is Canada.com, a site for a spilled discussion on what's important to Canada, to Canadians. We did it. Canada is now part, and it goes on and on and on. Okay. Let me see here. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I want to get into this top part here, so you guys can see this, because there's a map. Okay, I'm gonna put this link below my description so you guys can read it for yourself. Okay. But basically, what it says is a guy holding up a map. It says Mexico and Canada declare part of the U.S. homeland by Stan Maps, S-E-N-A-T-E. But listen to this. So we're all joining into the U.S., which means Obama's going into, which means the U.S. is going to go into dictatorship over Canada and Mexico. So we're going to have the same laws as America. This is what it is. They're destroying all borders because these people do not care. Like they said, nations that think they can stand alone is a lie. The nation state is dead. We must all come together as one. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. This means they're going into dictatorship. The three countries are emerging. We're going to share the same currency, which is the Amero, which they'll probably change it into the North American dollar. So this means this is the death of Canada, the death of your country, the death of America, and the death of Mexico. They're calling for the end of our sovereignty. Our sovereignty has been thrown down the drain. They have traded our sovereignty over globalism. And this is dead wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. This is not good at all. Okay? Because my Prime Minister here in Canada, Stephen Harper, he has a special, what's the thing called? Prosperity and Security Partnership with the U.S. and Mexico. Prosperity and Security Partnership. What a joke. Security for what? It's all lies. That's why they created 9/11. That was a staged event. The false flag. They all staged it to make their plan to accelerate faster, because they're bringing in a one world government. This is what people need to understand. That this is for real. This is not a joke. So this is what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They're bringing in a one world government, and what else they want to do is they want to get rid of cash, because they want to track and trace and surveil everybody. Because what these people want is a surveillance society. And you cannot have a surveillance society in a free society. So they want everybody to go into biometrics. So whoever you are, may you resist the biometrics if it comes to you. Okay? So this is all I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to put this description below my thing. And if you guys want to hear more about this North American Union thing, you guys can go listen to my other video that I made. I made this months ago. Months. Just put in my YouTube name, C.H. McDonald, the North American Union. There's a part 1 and part 2. I'm not sure if there's a part 3, but you guys can go look for it, and you guys can listen to it there. They actually write books on it. These people are not ashamed. They're openly admitting it. Building a North American community. Like, it goes on and on and on. So this is all I got to say. So for my brothers and sisters in Christ, just be ready to meet the Lord. Because this is the world's final warning. Because all this stuff is leading up to the arrival of the Antichrist, the coming worldwide dictatorship. This whole world will be under a single leader, under a one world government, one world currency, one world religion, you name it. So this is all I got to say to you all, and may God bless you all.